or 10 or 20. Suppose what function should return? Names of the employees working for 20. Names of the employees working for 20. Select what? E-name from EMP where department number is 20. So how many employees working for 20? 5 employees. But I want output to be like this, not like this. So this is returning row wise now. But I don't want to return like this. I want to return like this. Smith. Next one, Adams. Next one, Jones. Okay. Then Scott. Next one, Adams. Next one, Ford. I want like this. I want to return all these names in single row, separated by comma. But actually, how it is returning? This query is returning what? Row wise. But I want to return all the names in one row, separated by comma, not separate rows, single row, separated by comma. I want output to be like this. So this is the input to the function. This is the output, function output. Then how to create? Let's see. So create or replace function. So create or replace function name. What is the function name? Get names. Okay. Then so create or replace function name, get names. Next, then what is the input to this function is? What is the input to the function is? Department number, D number. So what we pass to this function is department number, D number. Next you declare what? Function should be declared with what? Return type. Function should be declared with return type. Now tell me what this function has to return. This one. This is the return. What this is? String. Varchar. This is what? Varchar2 is. Now what? What? Sir, I want names of the employees working for 20. What the logic is? Get the names. Store the names into one variable. Get the names. Store the names into one variable. Fetch one by one name, concatenate. Sir, okay, na? Then. So get all the names working for 20th department. Store these names into one variable. Fetch one by one name. Concatenate name. Fetch the first name. Take a variable. Get the first name. Concatenate this name with variable. Get the second name. Concatenate. Get the third name. Concatenate. Get the fourth name. Like this. Finally, what that variable contains? All the names separated by comma. Tell me how. Question is how to store these names into variable. Then how to store these names into variable. I want all these names into variable. Then, sir, you see this. If you see this, immediately should get the idea. Then which variable can store these values? Which variable can store this? This is one row now, multiple. Multiple. Then which variable can store this? Cursors. Which variable can store this? Cursor. Then what? Cursor C1 is select what? E-name from EMP, but not all the names working for specific department where what? Department number equals to 20 na? We don't know 20 na 30 ya. Just example 20. Just example 20. But we don't know. Then D. The value passed to D is 20. This query returns what? Names of the employees working for 20. The value passed to D is 30. This query returns names of the employees working for 30. Whatever this query returns, this data stored into cursor C1. What is stored into cursor C1? This query output. This query output is stored into cursor C1. So take a variable. I'm taking a variable S. Taking a variable S. S is what? Varchar. Varchar 2, suppose say 1500, something like this. Next one. Begin. Then. So now, see, this names, let's say 5. All these 5 names are stored into cursor C1. Fetch one by one name, concatenate with variable S. Fetch one by one name, concatenate the name with variable S. Then tell me how to fetch one by one name. So to fetch one by one record from cursor, there are 3 ways. If you want to fetch one by one record from cursor, there are 3 methods: simple loop, while loop, for loop. In simple loop and while loop, you have to open, you have to fetch, you have to close. In for loop, no need to open, no need to fetch, no need to close. Understood? Simple loop and while loop, you have to open, you have to fetch, you have to close. If you use for loop, no need to open. So I want to use for loop. I'm using for loop. For R in C1, for R in C1, take what? Loop. For R in C1, take loop. Okay, na? Then take loop. First time this loop is executed, the first name is fetched. What is the first name? Smith. The Smith. And the Smith is assigned to variable what's that? R. First time this loop runs, the first name is fetched, the first name is assigned to Smith. So concatenate this name with what? Yes. How to concatenate? How to write it? S equal to what? S should be concatenated. What is the concatenate symbol? Double pipe. Then S is concatenated with name. How to access the name? R dot E name. Next, the name should be concatenated with what, sir? Comma. So this name should be concatenated with comma. So concatenate with comma. That's all. So what is S is? What is S is? S is what? Okay, na? Variable. So this variable is concatenated with R dot E name. For the first time, what is R dot E name? Smith. Smith is concatenated with what? Comma. So S equal to Smith. Smith comma. Second time loop runs, second record is fetched. What is the second record? Jones. The Jones is assigned to R. Now S equal to S. What is S is? Smith comma. Smith comma is concatenated with what? Jones. Jones. And Jones is concatenated with what? Comma. Next, third time this loop run, third record is fetched, assigned to R. What is the third one? Scott. S equal to S. S is concatenated. Smith comma Jones comma is concatenated with what? Scott. Okay, na? Scott. And Scott is concatenated with what? Comma. Next one, Adams. Next time, what is assigned to R? Adams. What is S is? This is S. This is concatenated with what? Adams. Concatenated with comma. What the next one is? Ford. Ford. Ford is concatenated with what? S. Then what is this is? Ford comma, like this. That's all. Understood? Then. So like finally, so this is end loop. Finally, function should return what? Finally, function always returns a value. How function returns value? Using return statement. What it has to return? What it has to return? Yes. Where is the output? Output is there in S, na? Return S. Then what? End. That's all. Okay, na? Now, first let me create this, then create this function. Okay, so create the function. Function what created? The function is created. Okay, then after creating the function, now let's see what execution. Function is created. Next, let's see the execution of the function. How we execute the function? See that previous one, function executed by using select command. But the function name is addnum. This function is executed by using select command. Similarly, select. What the function name? What the function name? Get names. Get names. What should be passed to the function? Department number. So select get names department number 20 from dual. Then tell me what this query returns. This query returns what, boss? See, you're calling the function, you're executing the function. This value 20 is passed to what? D. And what is this query returns? Names of the employees working for 20. How many employees working for 25? All these 5 employee names are stored into cursor C1. Fetching one by one employee name. Concatenate name with what? Yes. How many times this loop runs? 5 times. Because how many names are there? 5 names. This loop is also executed how many times? 5 times. And finally, what is S contains? All the names separated by comma. Then return S. So return value is displayed here. So run this then. So execute this function, get names. So all the names separated by what's it? Comma. So all names separated by comma. Yes or no? So what is the output? Output is what? Smith, comma, Jones, comma, Scott, comma, Adams, comma, Ford. This is the output. So, but normal query returns what? If you read a query, so the query returns what? Names what's at row wise. But this function returns what? All the names in one row separated by comma. So this is the output. Okay, then now. So if I pass 30, then no, here I pass 30. Just see this. Get names of what? 30 from dual. So this returns all the employee names belongs to 30th department separated by comma. That's all. Okay. Then Next, suppose I'll ask display department wise employee names. I want to show department wise names. 10th department names, 20th names, 30th names. I want to display department wise employee names. Then you have to write query like this. Department wise number of employees. Then department wise number of employees. Then group by department number. Select a department number, comma count star. Group by department number. Similarly, I'm asking department wise what? Employee names. Then how to write? Select department number, comma, select department number, comma, employee names. What are the names? Get names. Get names, what's that? 20. Not 20, department number. If department number is 10, 10. Department number is 20, 20. Just say this. From what? EMP, group by what? Department number. Just listen first. As names. What happens is, first it goes to what? EMP table. After going to EMP table, what it will do? Group the records based on what's that? Department wise. How many groups are created? How many groups are created? 3 groups. So select what? 1 second. Then, so how many groups are created? 3 groups. So you see this. 10th department becomes what? 1 group. 20 becomes what? 1 group. 30 becomes what? 1 group. Total how many groups are created? 3 groups. And for each group, this is executed. For each group, this is executed. It go to the first group. From the first group, what is selected? Department number is what's that? 10. Next, what is executed? Get names is executed. So this is the get names. Okay, na? That means these 3 names are concatenated, separated by comma. Next, it go to the second group. From the second group, what is execute? What is selected? Department number. What is the department number? 20. Next one executes what's that? Get names. So this is get names. So all these names are concatenated, separated by comma. Next, go to the next group. Select department number. What is the department number? 30. And all these names are concatenated, separated by comma, like this. So let me run this query. Then, so execute this query. This query gives like this. Once again, column, what? Names, format A30, A40, something. Now let me run this. 10th department, Clark, King, Miller. 20th, Smith, Jones, Scott, Adams, and Ford. 30th, Allen, Watt, Martin, Blake, Turner, James. So what it is showing? Department wise names separated by comma. So all these employees are belongs to 10th department. All these employees belongs to 30. So these employees belongs to 20. So department wise employee names. That's it. So this is the output. It's not sorted. If you want to sort, use order by. It's not sorted. If you want to sort, then use order by. That's it. Then no. Sir, okay na? Understood then. So this is displaying for each department. It is displaying what employee names. Can I write query like this? Select why get names here. Why get names? Can I write like this? Select department number, comma e name from EMP. Group by department number. Can I write like this? Yes or no? Huh? Why we use get names, boss? We can write like this now. Department number, e name from EMP, group by department number. Can we write like this? No? This gives error. What it says? Not a group by expression. Not a group by expression. Sir, understood? Sir, once again. See, whatever you write it here, whatever you select, listen carefully. Whatever you select, this is selected from each row, each group. Each group. How many groups are created? 3 groups. From each group, it selects department number and e name. Then, what is the rule here? Each group, and this should return from each group, it should return one value. From each group, these 2 columns should return what's it? One value. This should return one value, this should return one value. Then query will work. Otherwise, query will not work. You understood the point? From each group, this should return what's it? One value. Now, it go to the first group. Just see this. This is first group. Department number, e name from EMP. Just see this. Order by department number ascending. Then once again, department number, DEPT. Now, so this is like it go to the first group. It go to the first group. From first group, what you are selecting? Department number. So department number. This department number, how many values? Don't say 3 bars. First group, it go to first group. What I am saying, this is selected from each group. Okay, then it go to first group. What is the department number? 10. How many values? 1 value. E name, how many? 3. That's why it will not work. Both columns should return 1 1. Then it will work. Okay, na? Then it's not related to this function. It's related to group by query. When you write group by query, then this will not work. So, but if I say like department number, what's the counts are? This will work. This will work. Yes. It go to first group. From first group, what you are selecting? Department number. What is the department number? 10. Counts are. What are the counts are? 3. 1 value na multiple. 1 value. Then this will work. Go to second group. From second group, select department number. That is 20. Counts are. What is the counts are? 5. Returns 1. 31. How many values? 6 values. That's all. Okay, na? Then. So, now. But suppose here, if I write e name, this will not work. Yes? Because e name returns 1 value, na? Multiple. But get names returns how many? Get names. See, go to first group. First group, department number is 10. But get name function is executed. What get names will do? These 3 values are concatenated, separated by comma. When they are concatenated, separated by comma, that is 1 value, now 3 values. 1 value. This is 1 value. It's not 3 values. 1 string, yes or no? Next, it go to second one. So what the department number is? 20. Department number is 20. Then get names. Get names, all these 5 names are concatenated, separated by comma. That becomes the 5 values are becomes what? 1 value separated by comma. That's why this will work. This will work. But this will not work. Understood? Then. That's all. This is another example. Okay, then. Said earlier. So some like I think 10G, before 10G version, if you want employee names like this, you want all the values separated by comma, compulsory you have to create a function. Like, see this, before 10G version, if you want names of the employees separated by comma, compulsory you have to create what's a function. You have to create function. But from 10G onwards, Oracle is introduced one predefined function. For this type of requirement, Oracle is introduced what's a predefined function. What that function is? List AGG. List AGG. So this function, list AGG, so it is a function provided by Oracle. It's not user defined. It is one predefined. Get names is one user defined. But what is list AGG? It is a what? Predefined function. So predefined function, it's a predefined function used to concatenate what? Column values. It's a predefined function used to concatenate column values. Okay, then how to use? You have to use like this: list AGG, list AGG. Which column values? Column name. Next one, separator. Next, within group. So you have to say order by column name. So this is the syntax. Now, example. For example, I want to concatenate what? I want to concatenate all the employee names. So list AGG, ename, what the separator, comma. Names are concatenated, separated by comma. But how you want to show the names? Which order you want to show the names? I want to show the names based on experience. First, I want to show who is having most experience. Last, I want to show who is having less experience. Then order by. Sir, I want to show the names in what order is? Experience order. I did. Order by what? I did. Which order? Ascending or descending up? First, I want to show who is got highest experience. Then, first, I want to show who has got most experience. Ascending. Ascending means lowest to highest. Lowest means 1980. Lowest. 1983. Highest. 1980 is having highest, more experience or less experience? More experience. So that's why ascending order. Then from EMP. So this query will show all the employee names separated by comma. Then separated by comma. See that: Smith, Allen, Watt, Jones, Blake, Clark, Turner, Martin, King, Ford, James, Miller, Scott, Adams. So that means who is having more experience? Smith. Who is having less experience? Adams. Then that's all. Now select, suppose what, select select what, suppose I want to show not, I want to show the names but not experience wise, salary wise, then highest salary to lowest, then same thing, same query, then what, order by what's that, salary, order by salary, then previous one order by height date. Now what is this is order by salary. Who is having more salary? James, Adams, Martin, Ward, Clark, Smith, King. Then ascending order. If you want descending order, then I said ascending, lowest to highest. If I say descending, highest to lowest. Okay, na? Then but I want to show department wise. Then I want to show department wise. Then select what? Department number, list, AGG, e-name, comma what? This one. Next, within group, then order by salary, what? Descending, as what? As names from EMP, group by what? Department number, group by department number. So what is this gives? Same thing. Department wise names, department wise names, 10th department names, 20 names, 30 names. But how these names are displayed in 10th department? So how these names are arranged? Salary wise what? Salary wise what's that? Descending, highest to lowest. So in 10th department, King is the highest paid. In 20th, Smith is the highest paid. In 30th, Blake is the highest paid. Understood? Then, sir, what is the difference? Get names and this one. Get names is, just now we created one get names. Get names is also same. But what is the difference? Get names and this one. Get names is what? User defined. List stages is what? Predefined. That's all. Earlier, this is not there. In old versions, this is not there. Then what? If this is the requirement, then what we created? We created our own function. For this type of requirements, we created our own function because this predefined is not there. So Oracle is introduced what? Predefined function. Okay, na? That. Okay. No. Then. So we just created two. One function is returning sum of two numbers. And this function is returning names of the employees, concatenated, separated by comma. But the first function is returning how many values? This function is returning how many values? One value. This function is also returning how many values? One value. Return S. S is a string, but this S contains maybe what? Maybe anything. Sorry, S may contain anything, but S is a variable. This variable contains a string. So this function returns how many values? One value. Next, let's see function returning records. Function returning records. Function returning records. I want to return the records from function. Not one value. I want to return what's that? Rows, records. Then you want to return the records from function. Example, like what? Create a function that accepts same thing. Accepts what? Department number and returns, and function should return what? List of employees working for the department. Create a function. That function takes department number, returns list of employees working for the department. The function should return records. Previous one returning one value. Return type is number. Return type is varchar2. But here what's it? That accepts department number, returns list of employees working for the department. Then what? Create or replace function name get employee list. Create or replace function name get employee list. Then so create or replace function name get employee list. Then what are the input to the function? D number, because you have to pass department number. What is the return type? What is the return type? Function should return the records. Records means like this. Let's say, just example, select what? EMP-NO, e-name, job, salary from EMP, where department number equals to 20. So function should return the rows. This is the row. Function should return the row. What is this? Is varchar? This is varchar. No, this is not varchar. E-name is varchar, but this is row. Row is not varchar. Then what is the return type? Return type is record. Recorda, recordsa. Return type is recorda, recordsa. Return type is record, then percentage row type. Return type is records, then sir, function should return one record, multiple records. Multiple records, because how many employees works for one department? Multiple employees. Then function should return multiple records. How to return multiple records? Cursor. Multiple rows means cursor, boss. Cursor. Tell me what is the cursor data type? What is the cursor data type? Here in return, boss, what you mention? In return, you mention what? Data type. Return varchar2. Return what? Number. So here also you have to mention the data type. What is the cursor data type? Cursor data type is what? Sysref cursor. You see that? In cursor topic we discussed it. Yes or no? Normal cursor is not having data type. Ref cursor is having data type. Here you cannot use normal cursor. Here you cannot use normal cursor because normal cursor is not having data type. So ref cursor is having data type. So what is the data type? Cursor data type is sysref cursor. Then what? Sir, once again, see, just be clear. You want to return something from function. To return something from function, take a variable, assign the data to variable, return the variable. To return something from function, take a what? Variable. So take a variable. I taken a variable. So take a variable, assign the data to variable, return the variable. To return something from procedure, take out parameter, assign the data to out parameter. Whatever is assigned to out parameter, that is sent to the calling program. If you want to return something from function, then take a what? Variable. Take variable, assign the data to variable, return the variable. Now take a variable. I'm taking a variable C1. C1 is what type? Sysref cursor. Sysref cursor. Next one. Begin. Sir, assign the data to cursor, return the cursor. Assign the data to C1, return C1. What do you want to return? Whatever you want to return, boss, assign the data to C1, return C1. Now tell me what? What do you want to return? You see that, create a function that accepts department and returns list of employees working for the department. Now what do you want to return? I want to return list of employees working for this department. Assign the data to C1. How to assign the data to ref cursor? How to assign the data to ref cursor? You see that programs, ref cursor program is there. How to assign the data to ref cursor? How to assign the data to C1? You have to write like this: open C1 for select. If you want, you can say star also, no problem. But I'm taking only this for EMP, where department number equals to what, sir? D. Then what is this query returns? This query returns all the employees working for department D. The value passed to D is 20. This query returns employees working for 20. All the data is assigned to what, sir? C1. Next, what is the next step? Return C1. Return C1. Next one, what, sir? End. So we are passing department number to the function. Function is returning list of employees working for the department. Okay, then what? Create this. Create function. What's it? Create. Function is created. Next, after creating the function is created. After creating the function, just execute the function. Now execution. You know that how to execute. Select function name. What is the function name? get what? EMP list, then get EMP list, then what? 20 from what? EMP. So what this function returns? This function returns what? Sorry, not from EMP, from dual. Already this function returns data from EMP table. Yes or no? This function already returns the data from EMP table. The data is already assigned to cursor. What is assigned to cursor? EMP table data. Function returns EMP table data. You have to call from dual table. Because function returns data from EMP table. You call it from dual table. Then, now let's see this. So this query returns all the employees working for what? This query returns all the employees working for what, sir? 20. Understood? Now, so I'll create function like this. I'll call the function EMP list 30 from dual. What this query gives? The list of employees working for what? 30. So this returns a list of employees working for 20. This returns a list of employees working for 30. Okay, then now, sir, you write this one, create a function that returns, top n employee list based on salary. Create a function that returns top n employees list based on salary. Okay, na? Then, so create a function that returns top n employees list based on salary. So I want top n employees list. So take a what? Create a function. Okay, na? Return type is what? What do you want to return? Employees, top n employees. One employee or multiple? Multiple. Then what is the return type? Cursor. So get the top n employees list, store the data into cursor, return the cursor. Same like previous. What is the difference between previous program and this program? The previous difference between previous and this one, query is different. Here, what do you want to return here? Employees working for specific department. Now, what do you want to return? Top n employees. Then query changes. Okay, na? Everything is same, only the query changes. So tell me, what is the query to get top n employees? What is the query to get top n employees list? I want top 5 employees. Top 5 employees based on salary. Then tell me, what is the query to get top 5 employees? What is the query to get top 5 employees based on salary? What? Fetch. What is fetch, boss? I'm asking query, you are saying fetch. No, not using fetch. Not using fetch. Not using fetch class. I'm saying not using fetch class. Don't use fetch class. I given different methods. Select what EMP, NO, ename, salary. I use a function. What that is? Dense rank. You know, na? Dense rank. Dense rank over order by salary, what descending as RNK from EMP. What this query gives? This query gives each and every employee what rank. So the first one 6,000 rank is 1, 4,800 rank 2. These two employees salaries are same. Rank is also same 3. Next 293975 like this. So it is showing each and every employee what's that? Each and every employee rank. Okay, na? Now. But I don't want all these employees. I want only top 5 employees. If you want top 5 employees, select rank up to 5. Select what? Rank up to 5. If you select rank up to 5, then you'll get what? Top 5. Select rank up to 5. If you select rank up to 5, you'll get top 5. Yes or no? How to select rank up to 5? Huh? How to select rank up to 5? Where? RNK less than or equals to 5. Is it possible? It is possible. What is RNK, boss? Don't say rank. What is RNK? Alias. Can we use the alias in where class? Can we use the alias in where class? No. This gives error. This gives error. RNK is invalid identifier. Then how? Alias cannot be used in where class. There is a solution. What that is? Alias cannot be used in where class. If you want to use that alias in where class, then you have to use subquery. You have to use inline views. You have to use subqueries, inline views. Then how? You have to use like this. What is select star from? Select star from. So select star from, then dense rank. Next one from EMP. Next one E. Next one where what? Where RNK less than or equals to 5. Okay, na? RNK less than or equals to 5. What is this query gives? This query. Now I can use this in outer query because where it is declared? Inner query. It is declared in inner query. It is used in outer query. First inner query is executed, next outer query. At the time of executing outer query, is Oracle knows what is RNK? Yes. Now, so we can use this alias in where condition. Now this query gives what? Top 5. I want to create a function for this. This query gives top 5 employees, but they wanted a function for this, not query. They wanted a function. Then what? What do you have to do? Just listen. What? Create or replace function get top n employee list. Create or replace top n employees list. Next D. What? No. D, not D, N. N. If n value is 5, then function should return top 5. N value 10, function should return top 10. So n what's that? Number. Then what is written? What is written? Return type sys ref cursor. Return type is sys ref cursor. Next one is what? Begin. Then so return type is sys ref cursor is begin. Then so take a variable. Take a variable of what type? Cursor type. Sys ref cursor. Take a variable of cursor type. Next what? Open C1 for then. Now let's see this. From E, where R and K less than or equals to not 5. What is that is? N value 5, then top 5. N value 10, top 10. Next one, what is next? Return what's that? C1. Next what? N. That's all. So this is the function. This function returns top 10 employees list. Okay, then. So actually there is a front-end user, front-end developer. In his application, he want top N employees list. He cannot write the query like this. The front-end developer, he want top N employees list. But he cannot write the query like this. He cannot write the query like this. To write this query, he must know what is dense rank plus what is subqueries. Why can't we use alias in where condition? Like he doesn't know all this. He can write simple queries, but he cannot write what? Complex queries. Then what we can do is we create what? We create a function. We create a function to get top N employees list and ask front-end developer whenever you want top N employees list, simply call this function. Simply execute the function. Understood, na? Then, so whenever he wants top N employees list, so ask front-end user, simply write the query like this. What is get top N employee list? Just pass N value from real. So what is simple? So this is simple or this is simple for front-end developer? This is simple. So we create a function and ask front-end developer, whenever you want top n employees list, simply call this function. Pass n value. Okay, then. So that means, so that development is what, simplified or not? Yes. The query is what? Simplified. Complex query is converted into what? Simple query. Yes or no? No. So create this. So function what? Created. Function is created. After creating the function, now execute the function. So I'm calling the function. What this function gives? The top n employees list. Okay, na? The top n employees list. The function gives the top 5 employees. Suppose I pass get top n employee list 3 from dual. Then, so top 3 employees. This returns top 3 employees. Okay, na? Depends on the n value. Function return this data. Yeah, that's all. That's all. So this is about what? Procedures and what? Functions. First 2 examples. In first example, function is returning number, add num. Second example, function is returning string, varchar 2. Yes. Next 2 examples, function returning what? Rows, returning the records. If you want to return the records from function, what is the return type must be? Return type must be what? Sysref cursor. You want to return string, varchar. You want to return number, number. So if you want to return the records, return type must be sysref cursor. That's all. And one commonly asked question in interviews. So difference between what? Procedures and functions. So difference between procedures and functions. Oh. One difference. Procedures what? Procedures may or may not returns a value. Procedures may or may not returns a value. Function must return a value. So procedures returning value is not compulsory. Functions returning value is compulsory. Procedures may or may not return, but function must return the value. Then, but procedures can return how many values? Procedures can return what? Procedures can return one value now, multiple. Procedures can return. Tell me how procedure returns values. How procedure returns values. How function returns values? By using. How procedure returns values? By using out parameter. You can take only one out parameter, or you can take multiple out parameters. Multiple. If you take multiple, then function procedure returns what? multiple values. Procedure can return what? Multiple values. But function always returns only one. So always returns one value. Always returns one value. And procedures can return multiple values. Function always returns one value. Next, procedures. Okay, procedure returns values using out parameter. Procedure returns values using out parameter. Function returns values using what? Return statement. So procedure returns values using out parameter, but function returns values using return statement. Next. Okay, na? Next one. Procedures. Okay, procedures. So procedures cannot be executed from SQL commands. Function can be executed from SQL commands. You're executing function from select command. Procedure cannot be executed from what? Select command. Procedure cannot be executed from SQL commands. How to execute the procedure? Execute procedure name like this, but you cannot execute from SQL commands. Okay, na? Then, so procedures cannot be executed from SQL commands, but functions can be executed from SQL commands. So we can't execute procedures from SQL commands, but we can execute functions from SQL commands. Next, procedures are created to perform one or more DML operations. Procedures are created to perform one or more DML. Functions are created for calculations. Procedures are created for DML operations. Functions are created for what? Calculations. Okay. Create procedure to update balance. If you want to update the balance, create procedure. And create function to get balance. Create procedure to update the balance. Create function to get the balance. So that's all. This is the what difference between procedure and what function. Okay. And I want to see the list of procedures and functions created. So whatever functions and procedures you created, I want to see that list. And this procedures and functions is stored in one table. What the table is user underscore source. What this user underscore source is a, so it is a system table. It is a system table that stores procedures and functions created by user. So it is a system table that stores procedures and functions created by user. So whatever procedures and functions you created, that information is stored in this table, user underscore source. Okay, then. So describe this table. Describe this table. Describe user underscore source. One field is what? Name. One field is type. One field is line. One field is text. So in this, one field is name. One field is type. One field is line. One field is text column. Name is, what is the name? Procedure name, function name. Let us take this example. What is the name? Get top and employees list. So name is get top and employee list. What is the type? What is this type? Type is function now. Line 1. What the line 1 is? Create or replace function. Function name is what? Line 1 code. Get top and employee list. Next one. Line 2 bracket begin. Line 3. What is n? N number. Line 4 bracket close. Line 5 is next year written. What is the written? Sys underscore ref cursor. Line 5 is line 6 begin, like that. So that's all. That means in this table, how procedures functions are stored. The procedure and function is stored like this. It stored the code, but how it stored the code? Line wise. Line 1 code, line 2 code, line 3 code, line 4 code, line 5 code, like this. Okay, na? Then. So I want to display list of procedures and functions created. I want to see the list of procedures and functions created. Then display list of procedures and functions created. Then tell me how. Select. Select what? Huh? Not start bars. Star means it will show all. Then I want to see only names. Name and type. Name comma what? Type. Type. Then from what? User underscore source. From user underscore source. Order by type. Order by type ascending. So that functions procedures will be then. So what this query gives? Procedures and function names. So this is name, na? Like column what? Name format 820. Okay. Now run the query. So this query is showing like this. This query is showing like this. Sir, why add num is displayed this many times? Add num 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Add num is displayed 9 times. Why add num is displayed 9 times? You see that, you see this, you see this. That's why I give an example. You see this and tell me, boss, what? Because this name is repeated how many times? Depends on number of lines. Number of lines 10. This name is repeated 10 times. Yes or no? Add num is displayed 9 times means how many lines are there? 9 lines are there. That's why it is repeated 9 times. But I don't want to see these duplicates. Then I don't want to see the duplicates. Then distinct. Distinct. So if you say distinct, duplicates are what? Eliminated. Let's see. Add num is displayed only one time. Get EMP list, get names, get open employees list, credit, debit, rise salary, transfer. That's all. Okay, na? Then. That's all. So what is this query is? This query displays list of procedures and functions created by user. Okay, then next, I want to see the debit procedure code. I want to see the debit procedure code. Then I want to see the debit procedure code. So display what? Debit procedure code. Code associated with debit procedure. I want debit procedure code. Then means, so where the code is stored? Where the code is stored? The code is stored in text column. So then if you want to see the code, select text column because the code stored in text column. Then select what? Text. Select text from user underscore source. Next, where what? Name equal to debit. Name equal to debit. Select text from user underscore source where name equals to debit. What this gives? So debit procedure code. The code associated with debit procedure. You see this? This is the code. Procedure, procedure name, parameters is like this is the code. Yes or no? Right. Next. What the next one is dropping procedures and functions. dropping procedures and functions. Drop procedure, procedure name. Let's say debit, debit procedure. Drop function, function name. That is add num. Drop procedure, procedure name. Drop function, function name. So procedure is dropped. Function is dropped. Procedure is dropped. Function is dropped. That's all. So this command is dropping what? Procedure. This command is dropping what? Function. Okay. Then. So then. So this is about what? So this is about procedures and what's it? Functions. Then. But what the next topic is? Next topic is package. Next topic is what? Package. Package is not a separate one. Package is not a different type of object. What is package is? Package is a collection of procedures and functions. Sir, up to now, you created procedures and functions what? Separate programs. You can group these programs into one program. That is called package. That's all. Now, up to now, you created procedures and functions separately. Now we can group these programs into one program. That is called package. But which are grouped into one package? Related. Related procedures and functions are grouped into one package. Suppose I'm developing an application for bank. Whatever the procedures and functions are related to bank, all they are grouped into one package. The procedures and functions related to banking, they're all grouped into one package. Okay, then. So that we'll see. We'll see that in the next class. It takes another 1 week.